Hey guys, we got another video going because I felt like blabbing a little bit more. I got my hair is wilding today. It's crazy. Look at this. Yeah. I've been growing it since I was 16. I'm 20 now. But anyways, so what we're going to do right now is we're just going to smoke and talk pretty much. Uh, you just got this stuff, it's called Tangy. I don't know if you can really see it all that well, but yeah, there's stuff in there. Um, but yeah, so we're gonna talk some more about the America crap, because I felt like it was worth talking about. So I'm gonna light this and talk. All right, guys. So mainly, I was thinking kind of about a lot of stuff that how what's been going on today really relates to what I was talking about before. The whole that you're not. I just wanted to. I think I'm going to call this video "You Are Not the Everything" because that's the best idea that I can impart on everybody is that you're not the center of the fucking universe, and your actions aren't the only actions. They're like nihilists, they want to say, oh yeah, other people exist, but then they want to say, but our subjective reality is all that matters. Okay, so as long as our subjective reality, we're getting laid and shit, and we're fucking taking everybody's shit, and we're running bulldozing over trees and everything. We're just annihilating everything. That's totally fine as long as it's me. As long as I'm not the squirrel getting fucking smushed by the bulldozer, then I'm just great. So, it's funny today. When I went to go get this medicine here. I was at there was like a 4th of July party and shit. So like on this road that I had to get to go to like the bank or whatever, and there was so many fucking people there, and it's just a little tiny town. There's just flocks and flocks of people walking, I guess, from this park or wherever where they had some fucking big old party, I guess, for all the fucking vacant people to go hip hip hooray for us because we're so amazing. I'm gonna send all my children to fucking to the Middle East to fucking bomb the terrorists. I mean, it's just a game, but yeah. But yeah, so I guess the main thing is that also, I was thinking about this Aesop Rock song, right? This Aesop Rock song called Daylight, and I find it funny actually, because I put a quote from that song in a birthday card for somebody today, and yeah, their birthday is today. But anyways, and it was like I hang my boots to rest and I'm impressed, so I triple knot them and forgot them. So the idea is that you're not gonna put up with this fucking silly bullshit that's going on. Okay, you're gonna fucking say something, and you're gonna stand up, And it's funny because I was talking to the guy at the dispensary, and he said he just randomly mentioned that song to me because I was talking about Aesop Rock. Aesop Rock. He was like, "Yeah, Daylight. That's an awesome song." And I showed him the new Impossible Kid album and everything. It was pretty cool. Yeah, I like moments like that where you meet people that aren't natalist jackasses. Um, yeah. But yeah, so I noticed, there's still going to be people like that where you're going to meet people that agree with you and everything like that. I just get really frustrated with the people that or get on our side for a minute and they're like, whatever, and they just leave. They piss me off because Hey, sorry guys, I got interrupted by my family. Uh, no big deal. Whatever. Fuck them though. uh, let's see. So, progressions and things. Well, I ordered a pre-made FM transmitter for my Fire Radio show. I don't think it's going to be on 88.5 because that's not even. I think that's European radio because the European radio has like the odd numbers, and then we have the. Or no, wait. Yeah, no, that's right. They have the odd numbers. We have the even ones. Or no. Shit, I don't even remember. No, they have the even ones and we have the odd ones. So maybe it will be 88.5. I don't know. We'll see. But I always like the idea of a low power radio station, just kind of like broadcasting low key and everything, and just doing, business. Doing what you feel is right, even if you have no resources, kind of thing. So that's what this is gonna all be about, guys. So this whole channel is about saying what I think is right, even if it's, especially if it's, considered, if it's frowned upon somehow by, the folks, the so-called people, that pass without a word, like that Bones song, drinking on the curb while the so-called good people pass without a word. Kind of shit. Yeah, and also I got a video response from, I believe his name is Brandon Barrow. I'm sorry if I messed that up, but yeah, he made a video because I had responded to one of his other videos, kind of talking about anti-natalism, and it seems kind of cool. It seems like it's kind of his first anti-natalist stuff on his channel there. So I just want to give him a heads out. Brandon Barrow, check him out on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and MySpace and Instagram and Kick and whatever other shit, whatever other crazy ass Orwellian fucking social media site. So yeah, there's that, and then. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this story yet or not, but like I went to when I was at the park, or sorry, not at the park, but I was driving somewhere, and there's like a park on the way there, and I guess they were having some sort of 4th of July party, and so I had to sit and wait, with a bunch of cars, and we're all piled up, fucking waiting, and so I just started blasting some Bones music, some fucking Chris Travis and shit, and some fucking, Aesop Rock, and they were just like, they were just walking by like a bunch of drones, sheep. Like, it seriously looked like when they were walking by me, like it was just a bunch of sheep walking back to their little fucking, to their little herd. It's just like sad to me, but yeah, got to blast some vulgar music in front of like a bunch of assholes that I hate. So. And music that also is against them, clearly. And if they don't see that it's against them, then they're stupid. But already all the Bones fans are, pretty much stupid because they only look at the ego aspect of it and not the ego death aspect of it, the forget the ego crap part. So, yeah, pretty much fans of any music kind of frustrate me because they all want to interpret it their own way. And the artist never wants to say what they actually mean from it and shit. And so you just gotta figure out for yourself, okay, what did they mean, and all this shit, and but there's artists out there though that are just straightforward about this shit, and people still don't get it. Like Aesop Rock, Bones, Chris Travis. Those people got like millions of hits on YouTube. And nobody fucking gets it. None of those people that listen to that shit are anti-natalist or child-free or fucking, vegan or do anything where they think about fucking life shit. Meanwhile, they're listening to music where it's actually about life, and they're just pretending like they know any sort of life other than sitting in front of the fucking TV watching Hulu or whatever the fuck it is on your little Amazon Prime TV stick. It's just a joke. Yeah, I gotta hate all this fucking, you know, I gotta hate all this shit where they're trying to take away the airwaves. I really like that's why I'm making the radio show, because they're trying to take away fucking. I mean, there's almost no shortwave radio anymore, for example, um, and but that's not nearly as important as there's no analog TV and there's no digital TV anymore where I am. You can't do either. Even though digital is encrypted, you can't do that. Uh, I don't know why. Really, just so American can be more Orwellian and just track down more on people for having a certain belief or idea, just to make it easier, so they can just crush us into the ground, of course. Uh, but yeah, I'm gonna make an show to say fuck you to all of them. So I'm not too concerned about all that. But I am concerned about the actions all these people are taking, and pretty much all of them are taking. I mean, most of the people on Earth are just ignoring the plight of other people, and because they got something, or they're too busy worried about themselves. I mean, they don't care about all this shit. I mean, what is the result of our greed and our, I mean, it's global warming, it's globalization, it's World War III. I mean, it's really just going to be World War III. I mean, we're just going to rise up so big, and then China's going to be like, hey, wait a second, buddy. It's just going to, I mean, that's how it's happened throughout history. I mean, it's not like we're just going to, there's just going to stop being war. Oh, yeah, we're going to stop being egotistical assholes to everybody we ever meet. It's like, it just never happens. It's never happened in history. So, like, I'm saying, except for in Canada, because Canada's awesome, because they decided they didn't give a fuck about war. But yeah, I'm tired of the excusing the war shit. Oh, you gotta thank the veterans. They brought you your freedom and shit, and they never did any of that fucking crap. They signed my death warrant. I mean, they're the reasons they're the reason there's fucking terrorists in this country, and it's because of them that I'm likely to get blown up by a terrorist, because they fucking pissed off all these people so much by just killing their relatives without any fucking concern for who it is or if they're in ISIS or anything. They just shoot, just pow, pow, pow to your fucking. I mean, to all the little children in the Middle East, all in Syria. They don't care. They don't care about any of that shit. And obviously they should, and obviously they're not giving a shit. I mean, seriously, when I went around today, we were all just, oh, they're having their 4th of July little parade at the fucking park. Oh, they're so happy, and they're like, yeah, blah, 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 about nothing. And that's just what they all fucking do, so, it's just really obnoxious and obscene to me. They're going to ignore the problem this much. When I believe the rate of carbon monoxide in the air has doubled since 2000. I'm pretty sure. So but yeah, man. What else we got going on here? I wish I had like other places. I'll probably try to find other places where I can film videos at, because I don't really like to do them in my room, and then like I pretty much just have here. I have here and I have like outside, and I don't know. Maybe I'll go to a park or something and talk about shit. But if there's no people, hopefully, but that's unlikely. So it might just be videos in like 2 or 3 places for the whole time, the whole fucking summer. I'm honestly thinking this channel is like a summer project for right now, but it's probably going to continue because I still end up getting really pissed off at all the fucking natalists and all the jingoistic conservative fucking, I mean, clone farm retards. They're just clone farm tards. It's just that's reminding me of another Aesop Rock lyric where he's like, nothing says charm like an armored car taking the clone farm tards to the armed bazaar. I mean, that's America. That's supposed to be the charm. Is, oh, we have like a little tour bus going through Florida. Oh, isn't that sweet? It's not sweet. It's fucking idiotic. But yeah, it's just people will play any kind of game in the book to get what they want, to rig the game in their favor, to cheat, and so whatever they can get away with, they'll just do it. I mean, that's people. That's most of the people I've known through my entire life. Whatever they do, they can get away with. They will do it because they don't give a fuck. I mean, that's pretty much human existence. It's like you're not really gonna. You'd be lucky to have a few friends that stick with you your entire life. Like, it's just because most of them just want to step on you and use you and stuff. I mean, why bother with that shit? Eventually people are gonna people are gonna grow out of it. When they get older, all these people aren't gonna be on fucking Facebook like, oh yeah, my friends, I love my 600 Facebook friends, I talk to them all the time. Yeah, you don't give a fuck about all that. You're not gonna give a fuck about any more of that vapid shit when you realize how life is just a fucking crazy ass game. I mean, that's just plain and simple. If you are able to realize that life's a crazy ass game, you have the IQ level to realize that 2 plus 2 does not equal 5. That 2 minus 2 also that 2 minus 2 equals 0, not fucking -1 or -100. So the whole idea of like, it's bad to stop people from having kids because they could have had it's just vulgar to even say this, but like they could have had fun doing it, and they don't think about, okay, well, wait a second, so 2 minus 2, so you have the benefit of whatever you did minus the negative of that other thing coming into existence and fucking up and having a shit existence. Then you're getting into negative territory. But if you don't have the kid, you're just it's not actually even as it's hard. I guess 2 plus 2 minus 2 is a hard way to look at it. But it's like, yeah, I don't know. That was kind of a stupid way to put it because I wasn't even thinking through the math there. I have to wear a calculator watch all the time because I'm so bad with math. But yeah, no, it's like if there's no negative of a child not coming into existence. There's no negative in abortion. Do you guys get that? There's no bad thing about abortion because it's preventing a life that's likely to be full of suffering and harm and death. 1 out of 3 people die of cancer. Or do you really want other people to experience that? Like, why would you do that? Why? There's no benefit if you actually think through it about beyond your glib facade. You'll see that it actually just leads to another fucking grave. So you scared about death? Oh yeah, really? So you're just gonna put life on another fucking person so that they can experience death? I mean, that seems pretty psychotic to me. It's just it's torture game. They want to torture them. Really, they want to have another another little animal to torture, like they did when they were kids. All these people, psychopaths and stuff, they tortured animals when they were young, and they just have, if like bullies and stuff, you met bullies in school and shit. They're still bullies. They still act like bullies. They're the same shit. They still do the same shit. So, you know, there's no benefit in just thinking, oh, whatever, just let it happen, just forget about it. There's no point in that. Everybody that ever did that, their voices got lost in the fucking wind. Okay, they didn't get a chance to fucking, tell the world, what the fuck to actually do to fix it, man. And there's some of these people, man, where I really think, if they wouldn't have, iced themselves or whatever, done whatever to themselves, or had a radical change of position, they would have been able to fucking solve this whole overpopulation problem. Like there's a lot of people that have thought like me, but they just they seem to just kind of be whispers of the wind almost. They're just like, oh, here a little bit here, just a tiny little video here, and then I kind of don't care anymore, and But to me, it's funny because this anti-natalist thing is such a key topic to me. You really have to understand that it's a zero-sum game, the whole life thing. So you want to impose another zero-sum game. 0 plus 0 is 0. There's no value in your fucking. What you did. There's no inherent value in your life. It's likely to be, most likely to be full of fucking like starvation and fucking deprivation and sometimes cancer, different diseases. There's all sorts of crazy ass infinite diseases. But of course these natalists, they don't give a shit. They're just like, oh, just have another one. I mean, it's so callous to human existence, these fucking people, man. And we have to really stand up and say something, because it's just absolutely callous, Once again, I always say it has to be peaceful, though. We have to, make a non-violent movement, like MLK did. I mean, not going to be as good as MLK, obviously, but, something to preserve the fucking, just preserve the sanctity of anything. There's no, it seems like there's, because there's been already, nothing is sacred or whatever, but, it's like, what used to, I don't know, the people who used to be are constantly getting trounced on by this whole natalist thing. The people out there that have been saying this stuff that I've been saying for a long, long time, and it's never gotten any traction anywhere, because they all just want to ignore it and pretend like they're in Glibolia or wherever the fuck it is, United States of Glib, and just hide. That's the problem with people. They just want to hide. They want to hide from the reality of the pain and the suffering that they are causing. Really, they're causing it. With all the cars we're driving around, I'm not gonna lie, I drive a car too sometimes, but our greenhouse gases that we put into the fucking atmosphere, they kill, thousands of species of animals every year, and on top of the fucking ones that would have already died, would have already probably died due to the circumstances, I guess, probably of evolution. They're still evolving for their environment, kind of thing. So, but when the environment's constantly changing for them, because they're getting the fucking trees cut down, they're getting all the fucking grassy areas and everything cut down. They don't have anywhere to be. We're causing that. It's not just a fucking dream. It's not just a hippie fucking joke. Oh, haha, you hippies care about the other life. It's like, these are other fucking things that you talk about the sanctity of life, but you don't care about the sanctity of life. You only care about the sanctity of your life, and you don't care about anybody else's sanctity of life. You'll stomp on any life you can for money. You'll stomp on any life you can for pussy. You'll do it for anything. You don't care. And that's the reality of why I need to be here today saying this on 4th of July I think it's like midnight. I just wanted to say this again because I felt really empowered kind of by Brandon's video there, and I just wanted to kind of speak on the topic a little bit more and kind of let everybody know that this is, I don't want it to be a religious thing. I want it to just be, there's only one tenet, man. It's like, don't have kids. And it's bad to have kids. Maybe you should tell other people not to have kids. I mean, where's the difficulty, man? We can all join together on that. That's really a fucking good idea. It makes perfect sense if you consider any sort of sympathetic angle to this world thing. I mean, if you consider that at all, if you consider this having sympathy for another thing, you would realize immediately that anti-natalism is what makes sense in the end. And that's a good note to end it on. So peace out, everybody. Later.